If you are here, it is on purpose. You are meant to be here in this moment because there is a message from Source that is for you. There are no coincidences. There are no accidents. You clicked on this video because your soul has a message to provide to you through these words. So I'm going to bring through this message from Source, and I just ask that you listen with your heart, that you take what resonates. These messages go out to a very large collective. And so take what resonates for you and leave the rest, okay? It's so important that we completely understand that this construct, this matrix, whatever you would like to call it, that we live in, has conditioned us to believe a lot of things that are not true. And a lot of things from childhood that we have carried into our adulthood. And they're so deeply embedded that they come out in our actions, in our thoughts, in our words unconsciously. And so Source wants to bring and really shed a light on this unconscious way of thinking that we have been conditioned to believe is true, believe is our own, when in fact it actually isn't. It's part of this game. It's part of this construct. It's part of it all. And the more we understand fully that the majority of the things that we were taught as children are still playing out for us in some capacity, the quicker it can be healed. So you have to shine a light on these things in order to be able to release it. And Source is asking for us to release all of the things that are not ours, all of the things that we have claimed for so long, and see the truth of who we are, past the conditionings, past the belief systems, past the programmings. And so Source wants to speak to this today. It's a powerful message. It's a powerful message. It might trigger some people. And if you feel triggered when you listen to this, that's good. It's good that you're triggered, because then that means that there's areas that you can heal and that you can work on and work through. You are not limited in any way. You are such an expansive, multidimensional being. And so Source wants us all to step into that fully. So let's go ahead and bring this through. Okay? Are you ready? From the moment you entered the earth plane, you were initiated into a collective illusion. One that teaches you to believe that there is not enough love, not enough time, not enough money, not enough space to be fully yourself. This programming begins in childhood, woven into the stories you are told, the systems you are shaped by, and the fears projected onto you by those who were also deceived. You are taught to earn worth instead of knowing it. You are taught to compete for love instead of embodying it. You are taught to sacrifice your joy, your voice, your truth for acceptance that was never real to begin with. This is not your natural state. This is not the truth of your soul. Scarcity is a distortion, an inversion of divine design. In your natural state, you are abundant. You are infinite. You are connected to a field of limitless supply. The earth was created to support all beings in harmony, but humanity has been conditioned to believe in separation. And from this separation, the illusion of lack was born. The lie of not enough was designed to control you, to keep you small, to keep you complacent. To keep you seeking safety outside of yourself. But here is the truth for your soul to remember. Abundance is your birthright. It is not something you manifest. It is something you remember. It is not a future destination. It is a frequency that already lives within you. When you reclaim this inner truth, the outer reflection must shift, because the field responds to your frequency, not your fear. So speak this over your inner child. You were never broken. You were misled. You were never unworthy. You were misinformed. You were never limited. You were lied to. And now, your powers return. You are the breaker of generational illusions. You are the light that reveals the truth. You are the living embodiment of divine abundance. Anchor into this remembrance and let this be the foundation upon which you build your life, your love, your service, and your sacred legacy. And so it is. Abundance is our birthright, and not just financial abundance. We gotta clear this up. It's not just financial abundance. That is only one piece of abundance, and we are holistic beings, so we have to talk about the whole. If it's not whole, it's not real. There's physical abundance. There's mental abundance, emotional abundance, abundance of the soul, financial abundance. Abundance is all encompassing. It's you realizing that there is no lack. There is no limitations. There is no scarcity. You are already abundant. You are already abundant. When you were born, you were abundant. It is about remembering that this abundance is already within you. And when you remember how abundant you are, you remember how abundant everything is. And with that, there is no separation. With that, you remember how worthy you are, how valuable you are, that your worth and your value isn't anything that you need to prove. It's everything for you to remember. And this is what Source is walking us through, you see. Source is wanting us to remember this, because when you remember this, you step into your power. This is why Source said that it's important to speak to your inner child in a certain way. Let your inner child know that it is loved, that it was never separate. It was lied to. It was manipulated. Because it was. Scarcity is a distortion, an inversion of divine design. See, what they did in this construct is they flipped everything that's true on its head, and they ingrained in us everything that was untrue for us to believe was truth. And that's what we grew up believing. And it's a programming, and it's very specific. So it starts when we're young. And we knew as souls before we came into this incarnation that was going to be one of the hardest things to break, was this programming. But it's important for you to understand that a lot of what you have been taught to believe is really untrue. And you have to unteach yourself these things. Change your perspective. Remember what is true to your soul, what feels right in your heart. Source says, we were taught to earn worth instead of knowing it, to compete for love instead of embodying it. Think about all of the love competition shows. They're crazy. And even as adults, it's still just hammered into you. You have to fight for love. Like it isn't something that is already your natural state. You have to prove yourself. You have to sacrifice. And this is what it means to be a leader in this new age, this new time, this golden age that we are stepping into, is to realize how much untruths we have been taught, and then to live in the opposite energy of that. Earth was created to support all beings, everything that's living and breathing, not just humans, nature, animals, everything. Everything was meant to be supported, not distorted. But humanity has been conditioned to believe in separation. And from this separation, the illusion of lack was born. There's nothing lacking of you at all, but if you believe that you lack anything, then you do, even though that's not true. But if you believe that it is true, then your reality is going to reflect that truth. The universe is here to support you. It's here to support all of us. And it will support us in whatever we want to be supported in, because it loves us so much and we have free will. So whatever we want to be supported in, whatever we desire to experience, the universe will conspire with us to make it true. So what do you want to be true for you? Do you want to believe that abundance is your birthright? Do you want to believe that? Do you want to believe that you don't have to manifest your abundance? That when you understand how abundant you are, then your entire reality is forced to shift. It's forced to shift because it is a universal law. That whatever energetic state you are in, your reality has to match it. It has to mirror it. So if you believe that you are fully abundant and you are not lacking anything, not saying that it's easy to get into this mind state, right? Because it takes time, because we've been programmed the hell out of, okay? It takes a lot of time. But the more you heal these things at the root, the more your outer experience will reflect the truth of what is really real. And know a lot of these things are generational. It's in the bloodline. It's in the DNA. It's in the DNA. And just know that you came into your bloodline to break these things. You are the change maker. You came to correct this so that the buck stops with you and that this doesn't continue to penetrate into further generations, which is why Source said at the end, let this be anchor into this remembrance, and let this be the foundation upon which you build your life, your love, your service, and your sacred legacy, because that's what you're building, a sacred legacy of truth. You are abundant. You are worthy. It is your birthright. No one needs to prove it to you. You don't need others' acceptance to believe that is true for you. Just know that it is already true. And one of the core wounds of most of us is worthiness. Worthiness. And that is something that we all have to work on very, very, very much. Your worth is not found outside of you. It's not found in the love that you give to others. It's not found in the love that others give to you. It's not found in your job, in your titles, in your service. It's not found in anything outside of you. It can only be found within you. I am here to support this collective as much as I possibly can, because it is part of my soul mission to do so. Tap in with me. I offer multiple services to be able to help you depending upon where you are on your journey. For those of you that are looking for guidance, you want to know what your next steps are, you want to know what are some of the things that you need to release, how can you release them? If you're standing at a fork in the road and you know that there is something for you on the other end, but you don't know which direction is the right direction for you, tap in with me for a soul activation session so I can channel through your spirit team, your guides, your higher self, source, and bring through the messages for you that you need to help you move with more clarity, with more courage, with more confidence, with more direction. And if you're ready to tackle this unworthiness, and to heal it at the root, where does it come from? If you're ready to tackle this generational trauma, if it's around love, if it's around money, if it's around worthiness, if it's around value, certain belief systems, or if you're really ready to transform those things, heal those things at the root, then tap in with me for a hypnotherapy session. My hypnotherapy sessions are quantum. You heal on a quantum level, meaning that you're not just healing this aspect of you that is listening to me now, you're healing past life versions of you. You're healing all aspects, dimensional versions of you. Okay? And you're shifting your timeline, your frequency to a higher timeline, because you aren't bogged down with so much lower vibrational energy, which is why you got to heal. And the more you heal, the more you peel back these layers of trauma, the more you raise your vibration. And the easier it will be to connect to your spirit team, trust yourself more, feel the full abundance in which you are. Okay, all of my information are in the description of this video, so tap in. If you've made it this far in the video and you are new, subscribe to this growing community. Literally, Source brings through messages through me every day, and I record and I upload these videos to YouTube, not for myself. I'm doing it for the collective, and we're walking this journey together. We are the leaders of New Earth. We are in training. Source has us in deep training, which is why Source won't even let me let up, even if I wanted to. It's part of my soul mission. subscribe to this growing community of light workers and starseeds. If you've made it this far, drop in the comments what you received from this message. What did you take away from this lesson, from this teaching from Source? What did you receive? And then also drop a star. Drop a star. Any star emoji you would like that resonates with you, drop it in the comments so that I know that you made it this far. I love you all so very much. Thank you for showing up for yourself today, and I will catch you in the next channel message. Peace, y'all.